Welcome to the End of the Day podcast, the only podcast where at the end of the day,
Day's gonna end.
I'm King Jumanji, and this is my host, Regulus. We are both wearing marmoset costumes today, so anybody
Only the finest from Marmalade.
Marmalade
That's
it's actually made out of 100% real marmoset fur, so staying in character for this podcast.
Marmalade is a type of jelly.
Marmalade? Isn't marmalade like the opposite to like what's that fucking Australian shit? Marmite?
Vegemite?
Vegemite? Yeah, Vegemite and Marmite.
I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass, if I'm being honest.
Marmite is the British one, and I think Vegemite is the Australian one. It's just I've tried Vegemite while I was down in Australia, and it's not as bad as everybody like freaks out about it. It's like it's not a great taste, but I can see where people would like it.
That reminds me of the guy who was like doing breakfast from other places, and he did like the fairy bread, which is like buttered bread and these like sprinkles.
Yeah,
And he did like one of them where I think it's out of 5, and it was like the regular sprinkles, like the rainbow ones. He's like, yeah, he was pretty fair. He's like, it's not really for me. It's a weird breakfast. I'd give it like 2 out of 5, I think, or maybe he gave it 3 out of 5. And everybody in the comments was like, well, of course it was bad because you buttered the bread sugar first. You toasted it or didn't toast it or something like that. And the guy's like, okay, all right, you want to play it that way? I did it the way that you said, and I'm using the chocolate sprinkles instead. And he's like, all right, you know what? On the second try, 0 out of 5. Fuck you. It tastes like shit. It's like, yeah, I don't understand how sprinkles on bread is how you getting.
That's like a poor
sprinkles
meal.
And bread.
That's got to be a poor thing. Like, you know, the butter bread with cinnamon sugar on it.
Yeah,
that's a delicacy though. I guess it's the same.
Being so
idea.
Poor, you didn't even know that was a poor thing. Everyone does this, right? No, they get up and they get donuts because their parents love them.
I love that cinnamon sugar.
I didn't hate it, you know.
I mean, it's sugar. Like, how can you not like sugar just going into your face?
I feel like you probably should toast it first, and then it's real good.
Yeah, you got to put it because you got to get the butter to melt, so then it melts in all that sugary, cinnamony goodness into it.
Not me, bud. It was raw bread, butter, and plain white sugar, no cinnamon. Because
not even softened butter. You like ripping up the bread when you tried to spread the cold butter on it.
Yeah, my parents didn't love me.
I mean, that's unfortunate. Speaking of parents not loving us, I have a icebreaker for you, bud. Okay.
All right, lay it on me.
Would you rather have like a very like subtle but like subtly obnoxious theme song whenever you're walking somewhere, or every single time you're trying to work at work you just hear the tequila theme? You know the song. Yeah.
I'd have a theme song.
Yeah, theme song?
Yeah, I mean, I like to listen to podcasts and shit at work, even though I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
But it was either that or quit or, play Pumped Up Kicks as loud as I can and drive into the building.
I think that would be a fair one to do. Driving into the building because I can't listen to my music at work.
We're all listening to my music now. No, I'd like a theme song. Is it like a jingle, or do I get to pick the song?
No, you don't get to pick it. It's just like, and it charges up intensity. Like if you're starting to get really angry, it's going to get really louder. If you're like running, it's starting to get like louder, like and this happens during other activities too. So you go into slam some hams, and now you're just hearing like the most cheesy like 70s porno music ever.
Like elevator music?
No. Like maybe elevator music when you're actually on an elevator, but it's like an ever-changing like theme that runs around you.
Oh, so it matches what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So if I'm like walking through the rain, it could be Mad World by
Could be Mad World. Could be Dido.
Yeah, I like that actually. No, you've convinced me.
I'll take tequila because I want everybody to suffer.
Oh, everybody hears it?
Everybody hears it. Everybody.
I thought it was
hears
just
it.
me.
No. It's everybody. It's on both ends. Everybody's hearing it.
That's fine then. No, I still don't want to listen to tequila nonstop at work. I need something else. I was listening to A Song of Ice and Fire again.
Yeah.
On my audiobooks.
You want to beat the shit out of George Martin?
I don't have a problem with George R.R. Martin. I have a problem with the fans infantilizing a 77-year-old man.
What does
like
what does infantilizing mean? Give me a quick for the people who don't know out in the audience.
Making him seem like he's just a little baby. He's just he's just, you know, he's just well, they're doing the opposite. He's an old man. Why are you sending all this hate towards him? It's like because it's taken him 15 years to write a book that he was supposed to. So the first however many books took 15 years to write all of them, and it's taken him 15 years to write Winds of Winter. Now, I am fine with him not releasing it, but I'm not fine with him doing all these other projects instead of getting the book out that he has contractually agreed to finish.
Okay,
and what I hate even worse is all of these people saying like, oh, stop being mean to him. Like, I guess he just did like a blog post about how he's been depressed lately and like, you know, he's lost some friends and, you know, he doesn't even want to talk about A Song of Ice and Fire because he knows the first thing they're going to bring up is that Winds of Winter isn't done. I'm like, yeah, he's not doing his fucking job.
The thing that he created? Yeah.
Right. He doesn't owe us anything. Bullshit. He started a story. We all paid for the books. We all watched his TV show. We've supported his other projects. Yes, he does.
Yeah. I hate that. They don't owe you anything. Yes, they do. You owe a completion to this story that you have started. Like, yeah, if it was a one-off thing, sure, maybe he doesn't owe us anything else in that universe. But this is like what, the 5th book that he's working on? 6th book, and yeah, he kind of owes it to everybody who's given him this, you know, luxurious life now as an author, which not many authors get to that level at all. So yeah, he kind of does owe it to people to finish the fucking book.
And like, I love House of the Dragon. I love A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I like the story, but I need the ending.
Yeah,
you kept saying for years that, oh, it's coming. It'll be here. It's you know, it's in the works. You know, I'm doing like revisions now, and then it's either those are lies or there's another popular theory that. So everybody hated the ending of Game of Thrones, the TV show.
Yeah,
and George said that, oh no, I had something completely different in mind. People are saying that that's not true. That the ending we got to Game of Thrones is the ending that he's writing. Now, I don't really think so. I doubt that, but whatever. Or he's waiting. He's already finished both of them, and he's waiting till he passes to release the last 2 books. I also think that's cope. Just because he doesn't want to hear the negativity. It's like, bruh. Like, I get it. You know, he doesn't have. People are saying, well, he doesn't have a lot of time left, and he wants to work on the things that he actually enjoys. Well, that's too fucking bad.
That's too damn bad.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get it that somehow people are saying that, oh, it's different because this is like his passion project. This is like, you know, this is his world. This is his creation. We don't have any right to it. Yes, we do. Okay, he shared that world with us. He's been telling us the book is coming. He's going to finish it. These last 2 books. He literally does owe us the end of the story.
Oh yeah,
because it's his job. Like, I've been depressed. I've had a lot of shitty things happen in my life. I don't get to go to my boss and be like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm just not going to do my job. I'm going to do like some other aspect of my job that I actually want to do, but I don't really like doing this part of my job because it makes me feel sad. So I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. He does owe it to the people, and like you can't keep using these excuses and not like, oh, he's an old man. Yeah, well, so is Stephen King, and yet here he's still writing books. So like, what's his deal? What's his problem? Maybe I agree with you that he probably wanted to do that as the ending, and now he's like shit, like fucking rewriting everything.
Yeah.
But I could see like, oh, he wants to. I could see, not saying that I think is true, but I could see him like holding off on the final like chapters, and then when he dies, we get the last two books.
I think that he wrote him. So he has a lot of threads, and like the story has to like come together and end, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the books, instead of like he has concluded several story arcs with like deaths or whatever. So those arcs kind of stop. But for every one arc that he has ended, he's added like 4 more.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of like, how do we get to the ending? How do I, satisfy all of these arcs? And he can't do it in a satisfying way, or at least he's not going to be able to do it in these last 2 books.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like not even trying. And in which case, fuck you. Like you I'm sorry that it's not I'm sure it's a headache to finish. I'm sure all of these different ideas and endings and like rewrites is difficult, but that's your job as an author.
Yeah.
Like you have to finish the story, and if you don't, that's fine. But then you don't get to play. Oh, I've just been so sad lately. I can't do it. It's like you weren't sad when you were making A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, writing more novellas for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, more House of the Dragon, Elden Ring, all this stuff. Like, I get you want to do things that you're passionate about, but you owe us the original. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I agree with you. He has a story. He needs to finish it, and you can't just cut him slack because he's feeling a little bad, because your job's not going to cut you slack if you call in and being like, yeah, I just don't feel good today. Yeah, too bad. Go to fucking work. Your boss is going to be like, all right, so like you can be like an hour later or what?
Oh, no, I'm just not doing it. Like, I'm going to do something else.
Okay, so.
Oh, well, then you're fired.
You're fired. Sorry. Not sorry. Like, what do I say here? Yeah. It's
like,
frustrating.
I'm not the type of person to be like, to go after him and say something, but I'm also not going to be like these people that are like, oh, he's just a poor man, a poor 77-year-old man.
Poor 77-year-old man with millions of dollars to do whatever he wants and to, fucking do the weird vampire guy and get some, like, blood and prolong his life.
Yeah. So while I'm not going to add to the attacks, I'm not going to
defend him.
Shame on you for... No, they want their book. I want the book, but that's all I got to say.
I never liked, like, people, like, going up in arms and, like, sending threats towards the people who are creating the thing. Like, fucking kill yourself. Give me this fucking thing. I want it. I've been waiting for this long. I don't think you should be doing that. Like, it's okay to be upset that something hasn't come out yet, but it brings me back to, like, the Cyberpunk thing. Like, the CD Projekt Red was sitting there making the game, and then everybody started getting hyped about it, and they're like, oh, I want to play it. Oh, it looks so good, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, they're like, hey, we got to push it back again. Some things are broken. Sorry. And then they start getting death threats sent to their fucking office and to their homes. Like, no, fuck that. Fuck you if you do that, and if you think that's an okay thing. You're not entitled to it because you've been waiting for it, but, like, you have to give them time to fucking do the thing, right? And if they're taking a while, sure, whatever the case may be. But then if it comes out and it's shit, like Cyberpunk had an atrocious release, it didn't even work on PlayStation. You know, Xbox was hit or miss, and PC was like a flip of the coin. Like, yeah, I bet you all those bugs that you guys. Oh,
pause.
And I don't think you're like entitled to having it coming out just because I've been waiting. I think you need to like give them time, and like, you know, it was broken. Who knows if they would have fucking had the time that they wanted to work on it, maybe all those things that were bugs and were broken probably wouldn't have been there. But CD Projekt Red historically doesn't have great releases. Like, everybody now just sits there and cooms over how good Witcher 3 is, and it is a fantastic game. That game was atrocious on release. Like, I remember calling Roach, and he, like, fucking shot into the sky, and I just didn't have a horse. And I was like, great. That's my favorite. That was my horse, who's now on Saturn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think give it time, but, like, after a certain point, yeah, like, getting upset about it. But don't do anything about it, you know? Like, just be upset. And, like, who knows? Like, if it comes out, be like, you know what? You made me wait this long. I'm not supporting it. Yeah. Have your
I
own...
think it's weird that it's, like, the opposite with, like, the Elder Scrolls. Like, everybody is sick of that because they've also been promising that. So I'm like, okay, now just take that and apply it to these books that we all really want to continue on. You know,
I mean, Todd Howard got his ass kicked into gear by the new CEO.
Asha Sharma.
Asha Sharma. I don't know who she is.
I think that's
lady.
I think that's her name.
Regardless, she told Todd Howard, stop scrolling on Reddit and make a fucking game or else you're fired.
And everybody,
like, okay.
They've fired 2,000 employees and they're gonna fire 3,000 more by the end of the year. Good.
Are you one of those employees? No? Calm down then.
Like, you can't have an excess of people and not get anything done. Like,
that's just burning money into a pyre. I swear a lot of people are very ignorant on how businesses actually run. And, like, if you're not doing the work or if you're not agreeing to do the work, you're just going to get let go.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, it's not your life that's getting fucked up by it, though. Like, why do you care? Like, oh, the game's going to be bad when it comes out now. No, it probably will be better because it actually has people who want to work on it, working on it. Not the guys who are just sitting around scrolling on Reddit, fucking flicking their dick to, you know, the titty drop subreddit.
It's a good one.
That's a good one, but regardless.
10 out of 10 recommend.
I also get upset about playing D&D with randos.
I could never.
Oh, I have gone down the line of trying to find a group to play with because I want to play some fucking D&D, right? You know.
Very interesting because I am right here and I've been begging to play D&D.
I have been begging too, but nobody else in our group wants to.
Okay, sorry.
I say every single time, I'm down. I got time. I don't do shit anymore. But I went into a group and it's always the same person. They always, oh, I was in theater in high school. How could you tell? Well, you're playing a bard.
Kids.
I'm gonna seduce the lich. Okay, roll for charisma. No, you're not seducing a fucking undead monster that summons the dead. That's not happening. He doesn't care.
Why not? It's what my character would do.
No, he wouldn't. He'd look at that lich and shit his pants. People are underestimating how powerful a lich actually is. You can't kill a lich by killing its physical body. You have to find where he tethered his soul.
Phylacrum.
Yes, you have to find his phylacrum.
Phylacrum. Olfacrum.
And it's like it's I don't want to blame anybody or point fingers, but it could happen to do with a lot of these very popular D&D tabletop fucking groups. And they all try and do the same shit that they see, but they don't realize they're not that funny or charming as the professional comedian who is doing the thing in the game right now. So it just comes off as like, yeah. Like,
yeah, and they're being like original and authentic. You're doing like a caricature of what you saw, so it's never gonna be that funny as a copycat.
yeah, no, not absolutely not. It's so, and it like kills the table too. Like if you're playing D&D with people, do not be a table killer. That's just awful. And then you're gonna notice like you're getting invited less, and like the campaign's starting to stagnate. And it's like, oh, hey, we meeting up this week? Oh yeah, no, Raj got hit by a car. I just saw Raj at work. Yeah, really unfortunate.
I hit him. I didn't want to play.
I didn't want to play. And they're actually playing a game without you because you are being the table killer.
Yeah.
It's also like being that one guy who like never wants to work with the group. Like, I've been a loner my entire life. Like, I don't have anybody that I could trust. It's like, yeah, well, you're in a group of adventurers who also have nobody that they can trust. So why don't you all practice a little bit of trusting and actually communicate with your fucking party? No, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna actually sneak up behind the guard and stab him. It's like, you're gonna do what?
This has to be above game, so no metagaming. But DM, I'm going to secretly poison everyone and then make them swear an oath to me, and then I'll give them the antidote. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
It's
Everyone
like,
hates you.
don't be that fucking guy at the table. Like, if you're gonna be, like,
That's what my character would do.
I'd take the drunk guy who gets belligerently drunk at the table over the edgy, I'm good above the table, I'm gonna do. It's like the guy who said that, fuck it, I shoot him with my gun. You don't have a gun. I shoot him with fireball.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. I'll take that guy over the fucking edgelord any fucking day.
Yeah.
I
I remember the worst. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Keep going, because I know where this is going.
The worst. I was in 2 terrible campaigns that made me not want to play with, people. The first one was somebody at work. They were talking about like, oh, our party's like new to D&D, and I don't really, I'm DMing, but I don't really know. And I'm like, I'll play with you. I'm like, I've ran several campaigns. I've, made several. So I joined, and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to introduce you because we're in the middle of a dungeon. So I'm going to introduce you when we get out of the dungeon. I'm like, cool. No problem. And like, I'm listening and I'm sitting there, and they have it was on Roll20, and they have like, not even like a real map, but like a one that they clearly got off Google Maps 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like D&D map. And they're like, okay, well, you go in the first room, and there's really nothing there. And then, you go into the second room, it's like there's water, dripping off the thing, like the stalactites, and there's really nothing in this room. And
there's nothing in this dungeon.
And then you go in the third room, and there's like a guy chained up to the wall, but it's like a skeleton. He's been dead for a while, and there's really nothing else in this room. I'm like, I'm just sitting there quiet, waiting for for like me to be introduced, and I'm like, damn. And like, I swear to God, no enemies. And they're like, I guess there was they did like a Pirates of the Caribbean. They got this idea from where like the gold in the world is cursed, and somebody is like forced to speak in rhymes. So they see this treasure chest, or not a treasure. They see like a pouch with gold in it, and they're like, okay, I do an investigation or whatever on the thing to make sure it's not the cursed gold. They roll like a 16, and the DM's like, oh, you don't know if it's cursed or not. I'm like,
a 16 will definitely know.
I'm like, okay, whatever. And they're like, okay, well, I guess I'll just leave the gold there. And I'm like, this is rough pumpkins. They get to the last room after 0 fights, 0 encounters, nothing. And it's like, okay, there's a chest, like a locked chest there. And someone's like, okay, I'm going to roll for sleight of hand. They get an 11. They can't lock pick it. Like, okay. Somebody else goes like, well, I'll try to lock pick it. They get a 13. I'm making numbers up, obviously, because I don't remember.
Yeah.
They get a 13. Can't unlock it, and I'm like, oh, this might be like, pretty powerful. Something in there. This might be worth it at the end.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're gonna like do an ambush thing, whatever. And the person goes, well, I'm not very good at lock picking, but I'm gonna try to like break the lock with my axe. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. That could go somewhere. They roll an 18 strength and smack the lock with their axe. I'm like, oh, your axe bounces off the lock and it doesn't break. And another player does a investigation, arcana, whatever check to see if it's like a magical lock. And he was like, no, it's just a regular lock. It's just pretty strong. And I'm like, I messaged the person privately. I'm like, hey, I am not going to be part of this nonsense. I have to go. I'm like, oh, but I was just about to introduce you after this. I'm like, I'd rather die.
I'd rather
go through with whatever the fuck this is. And I know they're all new, but at some point you just
gotta make something happen.
You can't hack it as a DM, all right?
If you're trying to
take over the game and be the DM at this point, because you suck, dog.
If you're trying to DM for a new like group and you all don't really know how to play, get a module. Those are what they were made for. Quick, you don't have to roll up characters. The mods have pre-made characters. It tells you every direction that's going to happen. It gives you every like room, every like, monster. It's so easy to just follow. And it's like you can salt and pepper some stuff that you want in, like, give them your own items that give them, change up the items that are in there, or like change up some of the monsters. Like, run a mod. They're so easy and they're fun. They wouldn't keep making modules if they weren't fun.
Yeah. And well, it's just indicative to me that you're not a very good storyteller.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't have a full dungeon and not have at least something. First of all, there shouldn't be any rooms that are useless.
Yeah, every room should be utilized.
Maybe one like dead end, nothing's in here room. But if every room you go into has nothing, you're wasting time.
Yeah. Like, I personally, I don't like structured story, like, things. I like dungeon crawls, which I guess that's why I'm more drawn to Morkborg, because that's all it is dungeon crawls and dealing with what the world's throwing at you. But, like, I tried running a storied campaign, and you saw how fast I fucking ate shit. I prefer getting in and fighting and throwing dice as opposed to, like, character interactions and talking with this, guard for 20 minutes.
Role-playing in my role-playing game?
Yeah, I know. I want to play the role of a warrior. Well, you go to a tavern, okay? Where's the adventure? Well, you gotta figure it out. I take my sword and stab myself. Roll?
Sounds like you just don't like D&D.
I like dungeon crawls. I like getting into fights. I don't really like, I say that I don't like going into towns and doing all that. You need to, get quests, get provisions, stuff like that. But, like, the guy who needs to take 30 minutes just to buy a dagger, I hate that shit. And I've run into it with a lot of people. A lot of people want to sit there and do their funny, like, oh, I do mage hand on the bartender to get his keys so I can sneak into their rooms. All right, where are you going with this? What are we doing? I just want to steal their stuff. Okay, cool. Well, maybe you steal a map that has treasure and we can go to it. Nope, he just gets gold. Okay, well, I'm going to we'll get a sword and nat 20 myself out in the backyard. It's like, that's on the DM to be able to be like, oh, you steal something from someone's room that they shouldn't have. It's a crystal and it's pulsating and a slight mist is leading in a certain direction. No matter where you hold the crystal, it's always changing to that direction. It's like, ooh, let's follow the crystal mist.
Why would that be an innkeeper's bedside
No,
table.
in somebody else's room because he took the innkeeper's keys and he's like going through their rooms.
Oh, the master key. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. See,
I fucks with that. Okay,
like that's easy. Like that's right off the top of my dick. Like you can, if you gotta improv. Like if they're gonna if they walk into your dungeon that you already have set up, and they're like, this might be a little bit too hard for us. We're going to leave. And if that's their choice as the players to leave, always have a backup dungeon. Always have like a backup route for them to go. Right?
you gotta be able to think on your feet, and a lot of people just can't do that.
Yeah, and it's improv is a very important thing too. Like, oh, I talked to this, mangled old man. And it's like, I don't even, who the fuck? I set him for like a second. I didn't know you were going to talk to the mangled corpse like on the side. Okay, whatever. Please help me. The orc stole my spleen. It's like, oh God, orcs are stealing spleens.
Yeah, and you can still structure it in a way that like the players don't notice a railroad. Like if your idea was, okay, you're going to talk to the innkeep, they're going to tell you about some farmer, you're going to go to the farmer's house, and then the farmer's going to tell you like, oh, they kidnapped my daughter, go to this orc stronghold to get her back. You could, if the players decide to do something goofy, like go and talk to the blacksmith instead for whatever reason, just have it be the blacksmith's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my steel used to be so much sharper, and I used to be the top until they stole my daughter, and this orc came. Like, there's many ways to get to what you want. You know what I mean?
Have them on an invisible railroad track. Or sometimes people really need direction and they're just not doing anything. Put them on that railroad track. Just like say, you all go to sleep at night, and at night the orcs, raid the town and they take you guys prisoner because you guys look like, good fighters.
You have to be a confident DM too sometimes, confident in yourself, because I had like a thing where it was going to be the whole encounter I worked on was they have to go through this haunted forest to get to the other side where the village was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, it's kind of scary, I don't really want to go there, maybe we could go around, maybe we could they started to hatch this plan of using levitate on like a boat, everybody getting inside and like seeing if it was the proper didn't go over the weight restriction, and then trying to just float over the forest. And I'm like, okay. I like above game, I'm like, guys, you can do that. I'm not going to say no, because it's it's built in the mechanics of the game. If you want to skip over the whole forest, or if you want to like take the long way all around the forest, I have nothing else planned for this session. So like you can do that, but unfortunately the session is over. You're going to cross over the whole forest, nothing's going to happen. You're going to land, and then you're going to be in the town safely. You're dicking around in the town. You're talking to you're talking to the blacksmith. You're talking to villagers. That's all we're doing. We're not, no combat, no nothing. So you either go through the forest and have combat encounters, whatever, or you go around, but I'm sorry, this is what I planned. If you don't want to go through the forest, that's fine. Just know there's nothing else.
Just make the tree grab them. It's an enchanted evil forest.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't like a boat floating over me. Grab, throws to the ground. Now you're fucked because you don't know where you are in the forest. You don't know how far away you are from the trail. Now are you going to try and get back to the trail, or are you going to just tough it out and try and run?
Yeah, and they pulled you out of the sky, so now you're free falling. Everybody take damage.
Take damage. Congratulations. The one guy who checked the acrobatics grabs onto a branch and then fucking double backflips off. Also, don't be afraid to kill your players. I see so many people get so attached to their players, their character that they made, they might die. It's unfortunate when it happens. Like, I'm not outright trying to kill you, but I'm not going to give you some, like ass slappy, like, let's all hold hands encounters. I'm going to give you an encounter you guys are going to have to think about or just fucking break through. Like, I don't think that, your character is this immortal god. You are an adventurer just like everybody else who plays this game. No matter what your lore is in the background, I'm sorry. If you die, you die. I'm not doing this
End of the
bullshit
day,
where, like, he comes back later. Like, maybe you come back as an undead. Now your party has a paladin, and he's like, oh, we're going to kill him. Sorry. It happens.
appreciate that.
You appreciate that?
I do. I mean, we have a different philosophy for DMing, but I respect your style of it. I feel like if you and I worked together on one, we would come out with a really cool
It'd be
campaign.
a nightmare campaign.
Okay.
No, I'm saying nightmares in difficulty. You'll get the story. You'll have everything in that. Let me build the dungeons. I'm like your fucking, what's it called? With all the traps and monsters everywhere. Because, like, Dad, I know Dad's an old player and he plays old edition, but he showed me, like, a perfect way to build up a dungeon encounter. And he's like, he always says, add them another way if they're smart and they were doing their due diligence to look around that room. There's a way they can get out of this encounter without anybody taking damage and killing that party or killing that wave of monsters. You have to give them that lead, though, when you walk into that room. Like, give a laundry list of what they see. Like, make this the most extravagant, like, room in the castle. But, like, that one thing that you kind of just glossed over is going to be the key for either this encounter or the final encounter on down the line. Like a beholder, arguably one of the most strong monsters in D&D, right? Beholders are dangerous. They can be beat with a simple hand mirror.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, the one guy who's like, I'm going to lug this giant, elegant mirror around. He's going to be out of the fight. He's going to be out of the party. But that mirror could save you guys in the end. Who knows?
I don't know about that.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes you're just in combat and you gotta bite the bullet or die.
I agree too. I mean, I think the if you have like a party of competent like players and people who know how to build their character, then yeah, give them a more challenging fight. Don't give them those leeways. But if you're like, the typical like theater kid, like, ugh, I'm gonna seduce the dragon, like, as much as I don't want to play around that person, if that's a majority of the group that I have to DM for, then I guess I have to play around it. And, I'm not going to give them like kitty fights, but I am going to, bend the how strict I am with the fight. Like if I roll a nat 20 on a monster that's about to hit this fucking kid, like this is the first encounter of the dungeon and he's about to get aced. All right, maybe I fudged that number.
Honorable.
I am honorable. I'm unfair but honorable. Right? I think that's pretty fair in me fudging numbers, at least if it's the first encounter. Second encounter, you guys are going to walk away with some scars.
Fair enough.
Yeah. D&D's a fun game if you find the right people. And fuck you, Critical Role. Anyways.
I like how you avoided naming names until the very end of like, by the way,
eat shit. Oh, man. I like everybody who's in Critical Role. I just hate what they have spawned in the community. There's a bunch of fucking theater kids.
Yeah, I mean, I like certain D&D podcasts and stuff that I listen to, but you're not them.
You're not them. You're not as charming as them. Brandon Lee Mulligan is a comedian. And you are nowhere near as funny as him.
It seems really forced, too. Like, they're trying, like I said, they're trying to emulate it instead of just being naturally
charismatic.
Funny.
Yeah. Like, Matt Mercer is a great DM. He's a naturally charismatic person. It's just, you're not Mercer.
You're not him.
You're not him. It's okay. You don't have to be him. Make your own. Find your own groove.
You think you fucking Gary Gygax? You're not.
He was. I learned
Let's
a lot.
move on.
Gary Gygax. Were panty raids a real thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I see it like Attack of the Nerds or like I was watching Revenge of the Nerds, and I was watching the fucking Futurama episode where like Fry and them go to college and Bender's like they're doing a panty raid. I'm like, did people actually do this? Like, was this a thing? Let me break and enter your house and steal your underwear and wear it on my head as I run away.
Apparently it is.
It is?
Yeah. A panty raid is a prank occurring in American coeducational colleges in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. The term dates back to February 1949. It has consisted of a horde of male students attempting to invade living quarters of female students and steal their panties.
It's like the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. They don't even have like cool underwear. They're getting like bloomers. They're getting like granny panties and fucking... They're not walking out with like a G-string or a leopard print. They're walking out with like fucking white with frills on the end. That's like the worst.
Jesus.
What? That can't be good.
Around 125 men entered the women's building. The first party entered through a heating tunnels beneath the building. Once inside, they unlocked the door for the remaining raiders to enter, went into the master apartment, and cut out the lights and the phone.
What?
Although a few women reported missing undergarments, the goal was to cause commotion. The police arrived. Okay. The next incident was in March 21st, 1952. 2,000 males! Oh my god. April 8th, 1952, cheered on by women who opened the doors and windows and tossed out lingerie.
What does 1950s lingerie look like, man?
That's a good question.
I'm looking it up right now. God, lingerie is a fucking... Oh my god, it's... It's like
the University of California, Berkeley had a 3,000-man panty raid on May 1956, which resulted in $10,000 in damage.
What the fuck?
Equivalent to $118,000 in 2025 money.
Jesus Christ, what do they do? Like bust down the... By the way, 1950s lingerie is not a looker.
Not hot.
Not hot. It looks stuffy and uncomfortable. But they did get the garter belts, so, I mean, take your wins where you can. They look... Yeah, that... All right, so panty raids were a thing, just... In the 1950s, apparently, you get a 2,000-man task force. Steal some fucking bloomers.
Apparently, like, that's similar to like cow tipping. Apparently, cow tipping isn't real.
No, cow tipping is not real.
Yeah, you couldn't tip over a cow.
If you can manage to tip over a cow, it'll fucking kill it. I don't know. They're all top heavy, and their bodies are not made for that amount of movement.
Well, they say you get them while they're like sleeping.
Cows don't sleep standing up. Cows sleep laying down. My aunt owns a dairy farm. I have seen sleeping cows. Not one of those stupid motherfuckers are standing up. And let me tell you, they're pretty stupid. Oh my gosh. Well, 1950s panty raids and Dungeons and Dragons. Boy, what an episode.
Time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. I wish I was alive during the 1950s. I want to join in on the 2,000-man panty raid. That sounds awesome.
Garcia, do you think dreams are anything?
I have a reoccurring dream. It might mean something. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I'll hear it.
Okay. So I wake up in a very old, like, building, like an old house, like one that my my other grandma had, and I can smell cigarettes in it. And then I like walk down the hall. There's like a bathroom open, and it's just like this really nasty like ocean green like tiling, and it has like dolphins in it. And then I open a door, and it's like just a giant void with a chair and a light in the middle of it, and there's a doll on it, and it just starts laughing. And then I wake up. That's reoccurring. That dream has happened at least like once every like 3 months.
Wow. I had a similar creepy reoccurring dream.
Yeah.
I'm always in bed and I'm always like looking down at myself, and then it's kind of like a movie where it cuts to me looking at myself sleeping, and then it cuts to like a basement of some kind, and there's always like this black shadowy tendrily thing. And then it's just kind of like sitting there, and then it'll cut to me, and it'll cut back to the thing, and it is dead ass sprinting like up the steps. And sometimes it's in houses I've never, like, I don't remember living in or anything, so it's just like a made up dream house. But sometimes it's like houses that I have lived in, like, oh, that was the house I lived on when I was a kid in Baker Street, you know?
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrifying. And every time right before it'll like slam open my door, and then I'll always wake up. And I'm like, that's fucking
concerning.
Crazy. Sometimes it's like, I'm the POV of the tendrily thing, like I'm the one running. Sometimes it's like above camera. It's not great.
Not great, no. I do notice that I have some more fucked up dreams when I'm like stressed out about stuff. So like, it'll usually involve a lot of like bugs, like roaches and centipedes and like shit like that. But
well, I know they say it's like your subconscious trying to tell you something, but
what are you trying to tell me with the tentacle monster running up the stairs?
Well, I think like there's like the tropes that like if your teeth are falling out in your dream, it's supposed to mean something. Like,
that's awful. Who the fuck has dreams where their teeth are falling out? What the fuck?
But apparently it's a common trope.
Really? Hold up, I'll look that up.
Falling out. What did they say?
Let's see.
Among the most common vivid dream experiences.
What?
That's stress and anxiety, lack of control, recent loss or grief, major life changes.
You know what? This wouldn't be a very good use of AI, but I would love to give our reoccurring dreams to AI and be like, what do you think it means? And it'll be like,
they know too much.
They know too much. Have you ever been driving? Like, I do a lot of driving between here and, you know, places that I'm going to. But I'll be driving down a stretch of highway, and this is when I noticed this when I was like driving back up from St. Louis, is that I saw this building off to the side, and I was like, yo, and then like a flashback, like the whole dream just shot back into my head. And I was like, it was 1 for 1 with that building. It might not be exactly, but to me, it was like, holy shit, that looks exactly like that building from that dream. And I remember how weird that dream was.
Oh, like a deja vu thing?
Yeah.
That's always creepy when that happens. I think deja vu is creepy in general, where like, I swear to God, you and I have had this exact same, like not you and I specifically, but like,
yeah.
I'll be talking to somebody and I'll just start to like low-key freak out because I'm like, I know what you're going to say next. Holy shit, you said the thing I knew you were going to say because we have
fucking pulling a Joseph Joestar on them. What next you'll say is...
No, not like that. I'm just saying, but like... Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Oh. Fucking...
Spooky. Did you, speaking of driving the car, did you have like a car guy that like, when you were looking out the window as a passenger, it would like...
Oh, he would
follow you in the car? Yeah. Apparently that's like a common thing that everybody has.
That is a common thing, but I always did it with like my fingers, you know. Like...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, there's just nothing to do back then. Like, it's not like now where you just have a phone with the internet on it, and it's like, I can download videos and games. I remember playing my Game Boy Color, having to like hoping for the last glimpse of sunlight so I could see the screen. And then like, we had Game Boys, but I mean, at once that battery dies or you get bored of the game that you're playing, you just look outside and just wonder like, what if there's a really large rabid beast chasing after this car, but it's completely silent and all the other cars can't hear it? And it's just swallowing everything up as we drive away. But if you look back, it'll look totally normal.
You think it's just boredom?
And this codeine's fucking me up. I think so.
You don't think it's a psyop by the government? You don't think it's from the vaccines that made us all have a fucking creepy car follower?
The creepy car Shadow Man. Hey man, that guy's got hella stamina if he's running with everybody else's car. What if it's just one guy? I used to freak me out.
If we all had the same one.
Yeah.
If somebody drew it and was like, "That's the guy that'd fuck me up." I'm not gonna lie.
Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this man?
Yeah.
Have you seen this man in your dreams? That face is just terrifying.
I think I talked about it. Dream scenario with Nicolas Cage is about that premise.
Yeah.
Good movie. 10 out of 10.
It's got Nicolas Cage. It's got to be.
I love Nicolas Cage.
Have you ever heard about the thing, like, all the faces that you see in a dream are faces that you have seen in real life? Like, your brain can't make up a face that you've never seen before?
I have heard that, but I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if it's true either, but it would make sense because you see so many people a day that, like, your brain probably logs it, and it's just, like, you don't forget. You don't remember it, but your brain probably does.
Yeah.
That's creepy to think, though, because it's like sometimes you'll have dreams with people who you've never seen before, and like they're talking to you, and you're like, "How do you know this about me?" And it's like, "I know you." And it's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna wake up now."
Yeah, somebody was doing something on TikTok where they're like, I used to lucid dream, and then like, if I would ever acknowledge that I knew I was dreaming, shit would get fucking crazy. Like,
yeah. I've noticed that too. It's not that I was lucid dreaming, but like you have that realization while you're asleep, like, oh shit, this is a dream. And then like it's like the containment breaks and everything just starts fucking pouring out of the fucking cum gutters.
Yeah. I think I've only lucid dreamt a couple times. It's kind of creepy. I don't like it.
I
know some people love that. I know a lot of people like that shit, and I guess it probably, once you do it enough, and if you're trying to do it on purpose, it could be nice, but like, I don't know, I don't like it because it's like the fucking back rooms, but because people say, oh well, I have control in my dreams. I don't. Even if I realize, okay, well, this isn't this is clearly a dream. I feel like that's when the dream is like, okay, well, now that we have to pump this shit up to 1,000 and make it.
This is a dream, motherfucker. Welcome to the dreamland. Have you ever had those dreams where if like you wake up and you physically feel like you fell?
Yeah, that's creepy.
I hate that. Like you feel it and you're like your heart's beating and you're like sitting there. Oh, fuck.
I have a dream. I haven't had it in a while.
I have a dream. Sorry,
but it's okay. But when my son is here, especially, I get like really nervous that like something happens to him, and like dad senses I want to go check on him, and like I'll be aware that I'm asleep and in bed, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I need to wake up, but for whatever reason, maybe I'm just like too deep in REM that I can't get up. Like I know that I'm dreaming and like weird stuff is happening, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I need to go check on my son. And then I'll have in the dream me getting up out of bed and like walking to my kid's room. And then like I'll never quite get there. And then I'll realize that no, this is part of the dream. I need to actually wake up and go check on him. And then like I'm trying to wake up, and then I'll have like another dream sequence where I'm like getting out of bed. And I'm like, no, this isn't real. I need to actually get up. And I'm like, ugh.
I hate that
I
shit.
hate it
I had
so
that.
much.
I had that one part where I like. This is when I was like before I was leaving for the military. I guess it was a stress dream, but I had a dream that I like woke up and I like walked down to like the kitchen and like I was grabbing a cup of water and I was drinking it and I'm like, wait, I'm not actually getting like full. I'm dreaming. And then Dad's just standing there staring at me from the fucking hallway and I'm like, eh! So then I like instinctually, like in the dream, I just smacked my head into the counter and like I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And, like, you know, I was like, I like calmed my breathing and like walked downstairs. And then Dad's just standing in the kitchen. I'm like, I hope to fucking God this is a dream or not. And he's like, what? And then I woke up in my bed again and I was like, never again. I will blow my brains out if that shit ever happens again.
It's like you're trapped and it like won't let you go. It's like, fuck.
It's like fucking Freddy's playing with me in my goddamn dreams. The worst part about a dream is when it's somebody you know, like getting aggressive towards you.
Yeah.
And like that could be like, you know, that could be a multitude of things like, oh, it's stress. Oh, it's like you're unsure of your relationship with this person. Like, I don't really like to think too hard into it.
Yeah.
I think overanalyzing dreams will lead people to some weird justifications or like them feeling some type of way about a person who that person's totally cool with them. You know, just nothing's wrong. Hey, pal, how you doing? It's like, fuck you. It's like, oh, God, what did I do?
Yeah, I think it's part of like, even like when you're awake and conscious, like getting into your own head. Like, you know, I have like anxiety and stuff. So I'll like, I'll start to have like those itches in my brain where like, does someone hate me? Are they talking about me behind my back? Shit like that. And then I have to like remind myself, like, bro, you're in your own head. Like, it doesn't matter. But when it's in a dream, it's like you have less control over it.
Yeah.
So it's just a layer.
It's crazy, man. Dreams are scary. I used to dream a lot more. Now I have one like they always say, well, you dream every night. It's just if you remember it or not. I'm like, I mean, that could be, or I just didn't dream. You know?
Yeah, that's part of it too. Do you take like, whenever you take something for sleep or like for sickness, do you have like fucked up dreams?
No, those are usually the fun dreams.
Bro, I stopped taking melatonin because I used to have like crazy fucked up dreams. But to be fair, it could also just be the fact that when I was taking it, I was fairly new to being a father.
Stress dreams.
So I'm sure they were. I'm not sure if it was related, but it's probably because melatonin like makes you sleep deeper. So I was, and dreams happen in REM sleep, so I was probably just in REM for a longer, but whatever.
I mean, I take I already told you I already take melatonin now for my sleep because my body just I don't know what it is. Like if I sleep longer than like past like 8 o'clock, I feel like I've wasted the day and like my whole mood is in a funk. You know, because it's like I go to bed at maybe like 10, 11, and then I'm like, I can sleep until 7 and be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to be up and wake up at 4 in the morning. You know, I could do this shit. It's like now if I sleep past 8, I'm like, fuck, I wasted so much time sleeping. And it's like, I don't want to go to bed either because I'm like, there's so much I can still do.
Yeah, I think that would not to go there, but I think that would go away if you didn't work as much.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that feeling so much when I was younger. Like even with school, it didn't feel like that as much. Maybe it did. I don't know.
I just
But
never.
it's like I think it's like the fact of I know that I have to go to work tomorrow. So not only is this day done and I could still have more of this day, I already know that like a third of my day tomorrow is already gone, you know?
Well, I just feel like to me, it's like, man, there's so much I want to do, like editing or playing games or, you know, reading this or doing this project. It's like, there's just not enough time in the day to be able to get to all of them. So it's like, I can start chipping away at one of them right now, but, you know, I should probably go to sleep soon.
Never enough time.
Never enough time. That's the unfortunate thing about becoming an adult is that you realize there's never enough time.
Socrates.
Thank you. I've been called the Socrates of my generation for multiple years now.
So I'm going to talk about, well, this is going to be the unhinged lyric, but I do want to talk about the song a little bit. And in general, Bo Burnham is actually so fucking talented.
He's funny as
I know that most people already know that, but the song, I listened to it obviously already, for years. But the song "Words, Words, Words" by Bo is actually so fucking genius. There's so many references and things that go into. I know it's basic, rap music, so this isn't new to a lot of people who enjoy rap music, but it's so smart. It's so you have to listen and then put it together this verse rhymes up with this one. And yes, it is funny and it is inappropriate because it's old Bo, but I really do like the song, and I feel like I think Bo in general needs more love. I know he gets a lot, but for some reason he doesn't.
He needs a lot more for his old stuff too, because a lot of people are like, oh, Inside is so great. It is, don't get me wrong. I love Inside. What a great fucking thing. But his old specials were so good.
Really? Really, really good.
I love the one where he's he just made fun of Kanye and he did the whole I'm just gonna complain about things I don't like over gospel music. And he did that for 20 straight minutes at one of his specials, and it was the funniest shit I ever heard.
I think that's Make Happy. That's good. I like that special.
God, Bo Burnham. Funny guy. So what's the unhinged lyric?
All right, from the aforementioned words. This is, I'm an internet provider, came from the web like a horny spider, fucked a girl in an apple cider, then came inside her. I thought AIDS was a butt virus, like conjunction junction conjunctivitis. I spit gold because I was by my Uncle Midas. That's genius.
That's genius.
Thank you, Bo.
We always love a molestation line in a.
Yeah, I mumbled it so that it wouldn't get flagged, but then you said it, so.
if it didn't get flagged from the I'm gonna go gut myself in the backyard, it's gonna get flagged by that one.
You just gotta make sure the flag is planted.
I gotta make
All right, guys,
sure
thank you. Thank you for stopping by and having a good time with us. Remember, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter the struggles, the fun times, the good times, bad times, at the end of the day,
you're gonna get molested by Uncle Midas.
Day's gonna end. Bye.
Bye.